I think I'm live. I think I'm live. I think I'm live. I am hoping I'm live. I really am hoping that I'm live. I'm hoping I'm live, and I hope it's not weird or anything. You guys will let me know. All right. So while everybody's coming in, I just want to say happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's the last day of January. Hot diggly dong. It's the last day of January, which means that tomorrow is February 1st, which means that I have no shame in my game with my birthday. I have 21 days until my birthday, and I'll be turning, I have no shame in telling my age, 41. It's just, oh boy. So I'm just going to tell you guys right now what happened. So today, I was at work, and, we were talking about the unfortunate death of Cindy Williams. It's just crazy because, and you'll understand where I'm coming from with this. It's like everybody that we have grown up with, right, has gotten sick or has passed away, right? And these people are a part of our childhood or was somewhere incorporated into it. Now, obviously, Laverne and Shirley was on before I was even a blip of thought, but I knew who Laverne and Shirley were. And it's times like this where you start to realize, like, especially when they come and say, 40 years ago today was this music video. MTV started 40-something years ago. And it's like, wait a minute, hold up, wait. Time out. It's like MTV is 40 plus, right? Check this out. Hey. You got Luke and Laura's wedding, which is going to be 42 years ago, right? As of this year, it's 42 years that wedding happened. Loving will be turning 40 this year, right? Okay, check this out. Y'all prepping yourselves for this? Okay. The fact that so many things that, again, our age bracket, remembers from day one is turning a milestone this year. Power Rangers is going to be 30, which is true. It is going to be 30 years old, right? The fact that Care Bears, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Care Bears is celebrating. They had it last year, but they're going to do it this year. An anniversary edition of Care Bears. 40 years, yes. But here's what happened to me. So, again, we was talking about Cindy Williams and all this, and we were talking about television shows. And as I'm saying all these TV shows that I know, hey, I'm starting to think about how many people are still with us from those shows, right? And then I'm really starting to think that, hey, I am turning 41. Like I said, I have no shame in my age. I am proud that I'm going to be turning 41 because not a lot of people, sadly, was able to make it to 41, which leads me into the next thing. So as most of you guys know, my favorite soap opera is Guiding Light. In case you didn't know, now you did. And, third, right? And recently we just celebrated 30 years of the Maureen Bauer storyline. So it was like that happened in 93, right? And so this year, hey Joy, This year, come July 4th, will mark 30 years since my mom. Give me a second. Come July of this year, it will mark 30 years since my mom has been taken away. 30 years ago, in July, she died. So I was at work, obviously, and I was thinking about all of this, like just how, first and foremost, it doesn't feel like, I mean, okay, it does feel 30 years because I'm not 11, obviously. But just to say that it's 30 years since that happened, that kind of freaked me out. And then it started to freak me out even more when I realized, thank you, that so much of things that that we kind of still says, oh, that's still new. That's still new. It's actually getting older, right? So then it made me, you guys are going to be like, wow, Candice, you really was thinking about this, right? What have I yet to accomplish? I mean, come on, we all think about it. We all think about it's like, okay, we're at a certain age now. Like, okay, what haven't we accomplished yet? And so I'm thinking to myself, I was like, okay, well, let's see. I accomplished A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but I feel as though there's so much more for me to accomplish. And I feel as though you never know, right? And I know James always says he always wants to, do so much. So that way it feels, it's like a sort of relief. It's like, okay, I did what this, and this, boom, I feel relief. And I'm like sitting here, literally was thinking, holy crap, Candice, you're going to be 41 soon. Like, girl, like you have so much that you still have to do. And I was just really thinking about it. I mean, I don't know if this is one of those like coming to a crossroad where I'm about to have a midlife crisis. I don't know. Like, I don't know, because I was fine turning 40. Y'all remember, I was like this. I was so happy about turning 40. Now that I'm getting ready to turn 41, I'm starting to have all these like, okay, this is what I need to do by this deadline. I'm like going to set myself. I know I'm not supposed to set a deadline. I know that's rule number 1. Do not set a deadline. But at this point, I'm like, okay, first and foremost, it feels like I just turned 40. I can't believe a whole calendar year has gone. Like, did anybody else feel this way? Like last year just went by really fast and now we're starting again with it being really fast? Or is it just me? Because let me know. But no, I'm just like, okay, there's so much I want to do. And I'm just like, what the heck has happened? Like, I don't know. Like, I guess I'm now realizing time is really, I don't know. Like, another thing is like the Mickey Mouse Club. I grew up watching the Mickey Mouse Club, the 90s version. And I'm like, wait, some of them about to hit 50 soon. Like, I'm just like, woo. I'm like, okay. And the fact that Justin Timberlake, let me give a shout out to Justin Timberlake, JT, he turned 40, he's now 42. Justin and Britney Spears, y'all know Brit, were the youngest members of the Mickey Mouse Club. They still are, but it's like, again, everybody's in the 40, almost 50 range. And it's just like, it's crazy to me. Like, I remember seeing Britney and Justin and Ryan Gosling and all of them when they were on the Mickey Mouse Club on the Disney Channel. Like, it's crazy. Time is flying by. It feels like just yesterday we was, right? We were all saying, Happy New Year. We was like, yes. Like, wait, hold up. Now we're getting ready to say Happy Valentine's Day? No. Happy Groundhog's Day. There's another holiday in February, too. But it's just crazy to me. It's like time just it feels like it's just like you said, it's flying by, and it's just like, wait, what am I doing? Like, am I accomplishing what I'm supposed to be doing? And with Forever and a Day, and I have to do the shameless plug. It's going to be, as of today, 6 days, but tomorrow it will be 5 days because on February 6th, we come back with season 4. And that's something that by the grace of the good Lord, Casey, James Lott, and all of them, I was able to accomplish that big goal. I've always said I wanted to be on a soap opera. If I wasn't on a soap opera, I would love to produce, write, something regarding a soap opera. And look at me, I'm doing Forever and a Day, right? We're celebrating 10 years with Soap Party come June. I just wanted to be a part of the soap industry. You know what I'm saying? So I feel as though I accomplished that, but I still have more to offer, which is why I'm hoping I can go to the daytime Emmys as soon as if somebody can find out the date for me, that would be a great thing. And I know it's in June, but I don't know what date. Can you guys imagine me on the red carpet? I'm just saying. Okay. But that's something I want to accomplish. I want to accomplish, actually, this is going to be really bad for me to say this. I want to accomplish, actually, here we go. I'm going to say it. Sticking to my cleanse and not give up on it. I'm going to accomplish that. I mean, I can do it. It's just sometimes, it's hard. It's hard. See, my birthday is in January. It's all about New Year's, Martin Luther King. Here's what, okay, this is how I told the kids in school. I said, January, it's, like you said, welcoming a new year. It's when the snow comes and it gets really chilly outside. And yes, we celebrate Martin Luther King's birthday. Y'all know also I'll be telling them about freaking out light, right? Okay. I'd be like, today we're going to talk about a lighthouse. And they were like, what the heck? Like, okay. February is all about finding out if there's going to be more winter. It's like a soap opera, right? More winter. Then we got, what else we got? Valentine's Day. Shout out to Parks and Rec. Valentine's Day. President's Day. Oh, Lincoln's birthday. President's Day, Washington's birthday / Candice's birthday / Pebbles Flintstone's birthday / Drew Barrymore's day. Then you got the 28th. Not a leap year this year. Then you got March. That's pretty much March Madness. St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. Oh, when you start to stress out about taxes. Because some people be like waiting for March. They be like this. Oh my God, April 15th is almost here. Oh my God. But no, it's just like think about it. We're done with January. Now we go to February, the shortest month of the year. Next thing you know, blink just like Genie. It's March. Blink is June. Blink is now October. Blink, we're done. We're going to be in 2024 soon. It just feels as though, I don't know, it's either the saying, I guess the saying is true. Once you get older, time will go by real fast. And I never, again, it just dawned on me today. I was just like, wow, okay. Time is, years are catching up, It's crazy. It's crazy talk. Let's see. I'm liking the fact that I got the selfie light. I'm just like constantly like looking at it like. But I mean, think about this. Okay, here's how you can also tell time is moving by fast, right? Target, okay. It wasn't even Christmas yet, and they put out Valentine's Day stuff out. I was like Valentine's Day is in February. Why do you guys have Valentine's Day stuff when it's still technically Christmas? Like, it was the final, it was like the week of Christmas, right? And I'm going in there because I'm trying to find, because I forgot some Christmas cards, okay? I'm not going to lie. And I'm thinking it should be up front because it's still Christmas, right? Now it's all the way in the back. What are they getting ready for? Valentine's Day. I'm like, huh. And in some places, I already know, I'm calling some names out, Five Below, they already got St. Patrick's Day stuff. I'm like, can y'all please stop? Like, it's not funny anymore. Like, we get it. We get it. Okay. But dang, like, slow down. Slow down. $20 say they got Easter. You know what? I'm going to go tomorrow. I want to go see if they got Easter stuff out yet. Because since tomorrow is February, right? Think about it. They're going to have some of their Valentine's Day stuff still up front. But they're going to switch it out. And then they're going to put some Easter stuff out. Just a reminder, when is Easter? April 11th, right? 10th. Or is it May? No, it's gonna be April or May this year. I don't know. I'm just saying. It's gonna be crazy. I'm like, God. And see, I don't want the year to rush. Oh, the Valentine's Day is already discount. Trash. It's like, what happened to because okay, this tells you how old I am now, right? Okay. I remember when they actually put the Valentine's Day stuff out in February 1st. And then they had the 50% off on February 15th. Or 70% off, depending. And by the way, I'm gonna be honest. For those who do not want to get the candy on Valentine's Day, just get it the next day. Unless you are in a relationship. Hats off to you guys. But if not, get the candy the day after Valentine's Day. No shame. It's still candy. It's still candy. It's going to taste the same. Wait till, you know what? I know James and Floatbo is going to do a Valentine's Day Zoom thing. I think we're going to do a YouTube one. Have me and my friends just be like, okay, yeah, so here we go. Like, woo. But I did hear Domino's Pizza is going to have a sale on Valentine's Day for like pepperoni pizza, and you can put the hearts. And I'm like, oh, eh. I'm like, that's the next thing we gotta see. Okay, if you're single, you know what I'm about to say. It's like, okay, I'm all for love. Let me put that out there. I'm all for love. I love love. But sometimes I'm just like, oh, God. I'm like, seriously? Like, it's really cheesy. And that's no shade. That's nothing, it's just like, oh. Because I feel as though with Valentine's Day on social media, it's a competition to get the most, oh, or, oh, that's so cute. Like, oh, beep, 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 beep. And it's just like, y'all know darn good well some of y'all are lying through y'all teeth because y'all either going on Pinterest and copying and pretending that it's y'all picture. Yeah. I know somebody who did that too. Not me, though. But I mean, I love love. Love is great. You know what? Hey, I love myself. And I also love, hold on. I love my Indie Series Award that I won last year with the crew. I'm totally in love with this thing. But no, next thing in all honesty, yeah, Valentine's Day stuff is already discount. And like I said, the next thing is going to be St. Patrick's Day. And then the next thing is going to be Easter. And then first day of summer gear. And then 4th of July. What's in August? Nothing. I always feel bad for August. I'm like, poor August. They don't have a holiday for you, August. But no, back to what I was saying about like when, the realization of getting older. Another thing that I noticed, August is when they put out the winter house. That is true, actually. It's between fall and winter they start doing that. I actually do know somebody who does that. They be like, well, this is the best time for me to get it all out because like put some of this stuff away. But it's crazy because it's like September, October, and half of November. Sometimes you don't know how to dress because sometimes it'll still be like 60 something degrees, 70 degrees in November. And it's like, are you kidding me? Like what was it? A couple weeks ago here in Baltimore, it's December. 1 week it was 40. Brandon's supposed to be in this chat room. It was like between 26 degrees and 30 something degrees. The following week, it was almost 6 degrees. I was like, bipolar? I was like, Brandon, you remember it was a couple of weeks ago, it was like 26 degrees, and then the following week it was like close to 60 degrees. It was crazy. I saw people running in tank tops and shorts. I was like, what the? And I said, this is why y'all get sick. Uh-huh. It was so confusing. I was like, okay, it's cold. And then it was like today's forecast with a mile high of almost 60 degrees. Tomorrow's weather forecast is 55 degrees at the high, 55 degrees. I'm like, now here's what's interesting. Baltimore, I'm just going to say this right now. We have tricky weather. Because starting now until the week before my birthday, I get really agitated because it's like, okay, go ahead and snow. Go ahead and snow. Because the week of my birthday, I don't want no snow. Let me repeat that. I do not want snow on my birthday week because, and this is what happens all the time. It will snow 2 days before my birthday, right? Check this out. Then on my actual birthday, it will even do two things. One, rain, meaning ice, or it'll be nice outside for half the day, but rain or something later. This has been an issue since I was a little kid. I need for it not to snow. I need for it not to rain. I just want a beautiful day. That's why sometimes, even though my birthday's in February, I sometimes celebrate it in March. It's frustrating. That's why, and I heard something too. Out of all the months, we got 12 months, right? The least birth month is February. Think about that. February is not a lot of people is born in February. January, yes. March, yes. But February, not that many. I wonder why. They be like, you know what? February is gonna be really cold. Can we just not get me knocked up during the summer? Like, okay? So, how many people in your family is February? Because they did a study. They actually did a study. It was like U.S. News or Time Magazine, and they said that February is the month where not a lot of. I mean, there's obviously people born, but when you compare it to January to March, April, May, February is like the last. Like, yeah. Because okay, for me, it's all right. Me and my cousin. That's it. That's about it. She's on the 20. Let me see. Sharona's on the 28th. I'm on the 22nd. Okay, your daughter's on the February 1st. Well, happy early birthday to her. Yay. Say your mom, your grand. When's their birthdays? Because see, okay, I don't know about you guys, but I have holiday birthdays. So my cousin is January 1st, legit. Okay. February 22nd is a holiday. Yes, look at it. Obviously, it's Washington's birthday, but it's also my day. My cousin, well, she's the 28th. Then March, St. Patrick's Day is my uncle. April, I forgot who in April. That's really bad. May on Mother's Day is my uncle. No, Easter is Easter. Yeah, it's my other cousin. My uncle is in May. June 21st, which is technically a holiday because my other little cousin and my god sister both will say it. It's a holiday. First day of summer, it's a holiday, y'all. Check this out. And also on Flag Day, my other little cousin too. All right, 4th of July was my mom. August, nobody. February 22nd, baby. Woo woo. I wonder if Drew Barrymore is going to do something on February 22nd. I want to see if I can get tickets. I want to meet Drew. See, that's something else I want to do. I want to meet Drew Barrymore so bad. Like she's actually one of my biggest girl crushes. My aunt was born on Groundhog's Day. Okay. And for those who play in the lotto, start playing 222. And if y'all hit, remember I told you this on this video. I have evidence. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, February's cool. Look. February is such an important month because it's a time to reflect on the rest of your year. I just came up with that, so I don't know. You want to meet Mara West? I'm gonna tell you something. Let me just say this real quick about Mara West. Mara West is the real deal. Like, to me, there's not there's a lot of Nathan. There's a lot of soap actresses who have changed or certain things. I can honestly say since day one when I met Mara West back in New York City at the Eswell Turns. What's the Eswell Turns or St. Jude? It was Eswell Turns. Till now, Mara West is the real deal. She tells it like it is. She is so sweet. She is so humble. And she is amazing. I hands down, and I do want to see her again this year. Hopefully. There's like a list of people. Y'all already know who my number one person that I want to see is Peter Bergman. And then Jeannie Francis, right? I'm telling you, this is the year. Jeremy! Jeremy came! Hey! I really, like I said, I would love to go to the daytime Emmys. And because that's probably when all you guys are going to see me cry, like real tears. Like, y'all will be like, I know Candice is not crying on the daytime Emmy carpet. I'll be like, yes, I am. I'll be like, I'll be doing the whole, it's going to be ugly cries. I already know it. I can feel it happening. They'd be like, hey, Candice, there's such and such. No. You didn't know that Jeannie Francis was married to Jonathan. Oh, you didn't? Oh, yeah. They go way back. North and South, man. Woo. Technically, I would say they technically go back all the way to when they was on Hotel. But we're gonna pretend they didn't know each other when they was in hotel. They knew each other. They knew each other. Okay. It's crazy because I have met pretty much everybody that's in Laura's orbit. Okay. I met Tony Geary. I met the three Luckies, Jonathan, Jacob, and Greg Vaughn. Sorry. So we're talking about Greg Vaughn just now. Okay. I met Rebecca Herbst. I met Tyler Christopher. I met Steven Martinez. Yeah, y'all saw what I did. Let me see. Who else did I meet in her orbit? Ken Shriner. Met Ken Shriner. I met pretty much everybody. And I mean, Emmy Rollin I knew since Gone Light, right? Okay. I met everybody, but I have not met Jeannie Francis. Have you ever spoken to Kimberly McCall? Okay. Yes and no. I'm going to tell you why I said that. So it was Broadway Cares. It was, let me see, it was when I turned 25, so a couple of years ago. It was the same night I met Tony Geary. Kim and Jason Thompson both was outside, and she was signing autographs. And I just wanted to take a picture because I was so nervous. But I did say hi to her, and she did say hi. So technically speaking, I did say hi. Yes, I did. And plus, she, if you're going to go through Twitter, I mean, obviously she said hi to me. So that's somebody, you know what? That's somebody, I'm going to say this. Kimberly McCall really is what a child actor, in my opinion, is like the fact that she grew up in front of our eyes, right? When she was like, "What's your name?" "My name is Robin." And to go through all of the journeys with Kim, like we've seen her grow up. You see what I'm saying? And it's June 25th. Thank you. How did you know, Joy? Because I knew it was either going to be the 16th or the 30th. Because I was trying to figure it out. So that way, okay, cool. So good. So that means, all right. That means I can get my ticket. Now, wait a minute. Now, hold on, Joy. Last year, the Emmys was on June 25th. Are you sure that it said June 25th, 2023? Or did it say 2022? Because I did the same thing too. I mean, I'm roughly, like I said, it's either going to be the 16th, 25th, or the 30th of June. Can y'all tell I already knocked this out? Because we know the nominations comes out in April. Which I guess would be a good time for me to say this. Stay tuned to Soul Party 411 when the nominations are released. And also JLJ Media for the Daytime Emmy nomination special. All right. They should recast it because... Well, okay. This has been a debate for 2 years now. Should they recast the role of Robin or should they not do it? Here's what I'm going to say to that. At this point, Robin is one of those characters that can come in and do her thing and then roll out. If they're going to really bring Robin back on as well as Patrick, because remember, Robin has 2 kids, then you either ask Kim or go ahead with the recast. However, I'm going to say this. I think there will be a bigger issue if they do that, if they recast. So for me, I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather for Kim to stay that role and just come in when she's needed. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. So yeah. Now, I will say that it's interesting because there's a lot of roles that should be recast. But I always say sometimes a recast can't make the story work. And that's unfortunate sometimes. And sometimes when you recast the role, depending on the person's acting, they change the characters a little bit. Which can be a good thing, but it also can be a bad thing because, well, you know how people are. You know, we soap fans are very protective of our soap characters, right? And because Robin is our baby. Like literally, we went through the whole journey of her finding out who her parents was, to her parents dying, to her, growing up, having boyfriends, the whole Stone storyline, which still ranks up there. You see, hey Candice, Kim has earned the Allison Sweeney treatment. Yes. I mean, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. That is actually true. Kim, Allison Sweeney, and there's some others are in a certain spot where we the fans are just like, you know what? Nobody else can touch that. With Lucky. Here's the thing about Lucky. I grew up with Jonathan Jackson. You guys grew up with Jonathan Jackson, right? But then we saw the transition between Jonathan to Jacob to Greg back to Jonathan. And it's kind of crazy for what I'm about to say. As much as I love Jonathan Jackson, I don't think adult Lucky was for him. Does that make sense? I don't know. I feel the same about Lucky. Laura is about to have no children on canvas. Yes, she has grandchildren, but Lucky could be Oh, yeah, Simone, look, I'm going to tell you something. That is a huge issue right now with me regarding General Hospital. And I think I said this, I've been very vocal about it. It's nothing against the actors that are on the show right now. Cameron, Josh, Avery, I'm trying to think of some other people that's on that, right? Okay. The problem is that you made them characters that we, the audience, really are not connecting to because of a lot of things. Now, I will say, Lucky, you do have to have representation for Laura. Yes, we got Nicholas on there to finish out the storyline. Y'all know about her. Okay. But you do need to have, as the 60th, we're the 60th anniversary of General Hospital. You're supposed to represent your families. You need the Spencers. Yes, you got Bobby. You got Bobby there. Yeah. You got Carly. You got Jocelyn. You got Mike. You have representation, but it's something about Lucky, because we can all say storylines for Lucky. Lucky I would have loved to see Lucky's reaction to Elizabeth telling him about her parents. I would love to have seen Lulu, because here's the thing: you got Drew, you have Drew and Lulu both back on canvas while Sam and Dante are together. Come on now, that's a story. I think we all prefer Greg Vaughn's Lucky. Josh Kelly could have played, either or. I want to know what you think about the Bill and Sheila Carter love story. Oh, come on. The best love story of the year? No. Like I said, on my bingo card for 2023, I did not have Bill and Sheila. And it's crazy because I know a lot of people are not feeling the storyline, but I'm so intrigued that it's not even funny anymore. Because I'm like, somebody blackmailing. Sheila got something on Bill, and I don't know what it is. But it's like they keep going back with this whole shooting thing. And I know what Krista Allen said on Friday's Bowl Live, and I know what we saw today. By the way, Krista Allen, can we please give a round of applause to Krista Allen? Because she's doing it. I joked this, and y'all know I don't joke, but when I joke about this, I was like, some people need to start looking at their Emmy reels, right? Or let us fans choose the episodes, because we know what works and what doesn't work. I think the story of Taylor, talking about Bill shooting and everything for next year, Krista Allen supporting. There you go. I said it. Let's go. That's something I can honestly say about this past month. I saw a lot of Emmy Reels material for a lot of these soap actors. And I'm going to say this right now. Drake Hogestyn, Don Diamont, y'all better remember January because y'all had some good stuff. And with Don, I feel as though we're going to get some more. But with Drake Hogestyn, yes. Yes. And yes. Yes. Come on now. He's never been nominated for an Emmy. Think about that. Never. Ever. Been nominated. Crazy. But yeah, I mean, with the Sheila and Bill stuff, I mean, again, I feel as though there's something else, and I don't know when the other foot is going to drop, but I'm intrigued by it. I do feel as though something's going to happen, and I keep looking at Katie. I'm like, Sheila better not poison Katie. You know what I mean? Because they had to bring this up about Katie's heart. And I'm like, oh boy. The more I think about it, Josh Kelly could have also played Sly, Lucky, Dylan. Is he yeah, see, they shouldn't have killed him. See, now there's times when I'm just, no, because that his storyline wasn't, yeah, he would have been already gone off the show. Never mind. But yeah, I think luck, like sometimes I go back and forth. I'm like, depending on the storylines, I'm like, which of Laura's kids, or if both, could come back. Thomas would have made more sense because he lost everything. He already covered for her before. Yeah. I mean, there's such a debate about Thomas right now with the fans about, how the writers kind of screwed him over and how certain, like, he shouldn't have lost his job, and it's already bad enough he lost his kid. And I guess I come in where, let me see, I wasn't watching because Sheila had been the one who shot Bill. You know what is crazy, Jeremy? The fact is, okay, so at this time, this is when Taylor was losing her ever-loving mind. Like, she was literally like, oh, this is also the time that Liam was having issues with his brain. Like, he kept like blinking in and out. He got hit upside his head. He was losing consciousness. I would be shocked, but I wouldn't be shocked if they pulled that. If they said Sheila is the one who shot Bill and blackmailed Taylor and all that jazz. I wouldn't be surprised at that. I just think it's just interesting because it is sort of like, okay, what does Sheila have on Bill for Bill to act all, this way? Or does Bill have something on Sheila? Like, I don't know. It's very confusing. It's very frustrating, but I'm watching. And with Thomas, here's my thing with Thomas. I feel as though they never really dove into Thomas and Sheila and that holy trinity. I feel as though, okay, let me tell you what my issue is about Thomas. One, no offense to the fans. Let me say this again. But I feel as though everybody thinks Thomas is a saint when he's clearly not a saint. Take a look at his record. Take a look at his history. Now, everybody on that show does not have a angel light over their head. Oh, stuff for the kids. But Thomas has done a lot of things. At the same time, he's one of those characters where, and I think I said this, he's not the villain, but he's not the hero. He's sort of in the middle. And there's decisions that he has made that has made these, has had these consequences. You kind of tricking your child Okay, let's put it to you this way. He told his child, go along with the plan, manipulate Hope into, wanting to be a family. You made that decision, Thomas. Okay. I still want to know, did he forge Caroline's will? That's what I want to know. I'm still trying to figure that out. Him keeping the secret about baby Beth from Hope. Instead of telling the truth, you went along with the plan. You went along with it. You setting up, and keep in mind, here's something else. The reason that Steffi and Liam slept together was, remember, he drugged Liam. But I bet they don't remember that. We say, we say, Thomas, what do we say? I was saying it should be Liam. Then what would Bill do now that Sheila would have that? And that's the thing. Like, Joy, I'm with you. That's why I said I'm wondering if does Sheila know that Liam shot him, and in order to keep Bill quiet or keep her from being, like Sheila knows. So it's like she's blackmailing Bill because Bill would do anything for his family, even go to this part. And that's what I was thinking. I was like, it's Liam. It has to be Liam, because why are we talking about this? And I'm like, you guys, spoiler alert, I thought Katie knew that Taylor shot Bill, but apparently not. So I was thinking that too. It's like, okay, if it's Liam, first and foremost, that's going to cause some interesting issues between Hope and Liam, as well as if Thomas finds out, he's going to try to get Douglas, right? Okay, this is the whole thing. It's just going to be sloppy, but I'm for it. Let's see. With Thomas is all depends on who played him. Before Matthew Pearson, so right, and before Pearson, there was Adam Gregory, and Adam Gregory played sort of. It's interesting because Drew Tyler Bell, Adam Gregory, Pearson, and Matthew. Here's what I'm going to tell you what it is. I feel as though they've captured all three of the previous ones, Drew, Pierce, and Adam, and merged it with Matthews. Because with Drew's version, he was all about the family unit. Like, he looked out for his family, right? Hey, Lakina. With Adam Gregg, remember, he was that, like sizzle smothering, like come hither at me, Heather type person that wanted to get into your pants, or you wanted to get under his pants. But he also had the sense of fashion. Like, he was working with Steffi, that everybody was on the same par. With Pearson, you're right. He was more of a romantic lead. They kind of broke him out the mold a little bit. And yeah, him and Sally, that was interesting. With Matthew, I think they're trying to roll those three into what he can bring, what he brings to the table. That's why, like, with Thomas, he's all for the family. He's all for the family front. That's true. He also, him and his sister, there's in his mind, it's like we're supposed to be a package deal. You are, you're my little sister. Once again, folks, Steffi is the younger sister of Thomas, not the other way around. And he wants to be, think about this. Adam Greger version liked it Hope. And he also had a thing for Brooke. That's what I'm going to say about that. Okay, all right. Berries. I said that Sheila could have known Sheila because Bill told Katie he wouldn't let anything to happen to his kids. He hasn't been talking much. Exactly. And that's what we all saying. It's like Sheila has something on Bill, because for Bill not the way that Bill's acting, and what, like I said, what made me think about this was how he looked at Liam and Wyatt. That's what sold it for me. I was like, Bona Beautiful doesn't acknowledge that Ridge called Taylor and told her that Brooke took advantage of Steffi, which is how they switched it to Taylor being the shooting. Why won't they tell the whole story? Because I feel as though I feel as though like they're going like okay, real talk. You really want me to tell y'all what I really think now too? Where was Ridge at that night that Bill got shot? Where was Ridge at? Because for some reason, I have a feeling we're about to do a retcon, not a retcon, but a fill-in. Because since Bill was shot, there was only two people we always said, Taylor and Liam. But could there be a third party? Where was Ridge at that night? And I was trying to remember this. Where was Ridge at? Yes, he called. That is true. But where was Ridge? Let me see. Here's it. We have to remember that Rick pushed Thomas towards Hope because he wanted Caroline. We also got to remember that Thomas set who was it? Steffi's house on fire when he saw Rick and Steffi getting it on. Yep. Telling you. Dirty deeds, folks. Dirty deeds. I agree, Candice. When Katie said he would never see Will again, he broke down and cried. Uh-huh. He sure enough did. Because it's and here's the thing about Katie. Even though Bill and Katie are toxic for each other, because look, Bill did a lot of crummy things to Katie. But one thing Katie does have over him is you will never see your kids, because here's the thing. Liam and Wyatt just started to like accept Bill for real, all jokes aside. But with Will, let me see. Joey Steffi also pushed. Yep, because that's what on the beach he was, because Steffi told Thomas to propose to her. Yep, Taylor would lie for Ridge. I mean, and that's the thing. Let me clarify this too. I like Ridge and Taylor, and I also like Ridge and Brooke. I can like two couples, but I can totally see things, like this. Like I don't want y'all to. The fact that Taylor, and I said this, so many times, is that for me, this story with Taylor and Brooke, it makes sense for me personally, because this is more so Taylor kind of being freed a little bit. But she would lie for Ridge. Look, she was willing to keep a lie to try to get married to Ridge, to have that moment. So yeah, I can see in that the state that Taylor was in at that moment, I can totally see Ridge being the shooter. You know what? We solved it, you guys. We solved the mystery. It was Ridge who shot Bill. Take that to the bank. And if we're right, we can remember this video, okay? I'm going to send this to Casey. I'll be like, hey, Casey. So on YouTube, we came up with what happened. Sheila has it that Ridge was the one who shot Bill and is blackmailing. And yup. Because here's the thing. Bill will also do anything for Steffi. So can you imagine? Okay. Oh my God. Wait, hold on. Oh, we just got the story. Okay. Bill is pressuring, is saying that nobody's going to turn Sheila in, or else Taylor's going to go to jail, right? But if it's Ridge, again, Bill will do anything. There's 5 people that Bill will do something for. Brooke, his kids. So that's 3, right? That's 3 kids. And Steffi. Ridge is the one who shot him. Ridge is the one who shot Bill. Yup. That's what I'm talking about. Woo! Uh-huh. Look at us being like good soap fans. We got this. We got this. Yay. Yay. I'm so proud of us. I'm like really happy that we That is true. But I think more so, I'm going to put my money down. I'm going to put my money down on Rich. You know what? Hold on. You know what we're going to do? Hold on. We're going to do something. Y'all coming with me. Okay. We're gonna do something here. Oh shoot. I got this. Talk amongst yourselves. This is so funny. This is so funny. So, does anyone think Bill has a plan to turn the tables on Sheila? I think what he is going to probably do is he's going to go ahead and he's going to either, like, I think he's going to wine and dine and make Sheila think she's got the leverage. And then I don't know, like something's going to happen where he's going to like kind of turn the tables or force her arm. I don't know. This is getting good by the minute. God darn it. I'm getting like so intrigued with this. This is like the best episode of this. I wonder if Bill is doing this to manipulate either Katie or Brooke to come back to him. Didn't it seem if Katie said they were back together, he would turn. But see, I think that Sheila's going to do something to Katie. I have a funny feeling she's going to do something to Katie because I think she knows that Katie might be the only person to get through to Bill because Katie used Will. Yep. Uh-huh. He's acting like he's drunk though. I don't know. He's probably just tired. Like, oh God, I gotta be nice to Sheila today. On another note, what is Deacon going to get busted for house and Sheila? Exactly. I was thinking about that. There's so many things I'll be thinking about when I be watching that show. I'll be like this. I'm like, how come we haven't addressed this yet? Like, interesting. Like, my question is, where's Jack at? I'm like the rest of you guys. Where's Jack at? Where's Jack Finnegan's at? Where's my Ted King at? Uh-huh. Somebody's gonna find out. This is good. Well, here's my question to that. Where's RJ? Here's my question to that. Where's Baby Jack at? Yeah, where's the other kid at? I'm like this. Wait a minute. There's 2 Jacks on this show. RJ, Jack, and Little D are hanging out. They started a new group, a boy band group called the Bold Unforgettables. Maybe that's selling with Nick. We're going back again. Take a look around. But let me tell you something. That was a good song. I'm sorry. Like when they was like, my first time I heard that song, I was like, I get it now. I get it. And I was not a big Nick and Brooke fan. That's the crazy part. Until that song, I get it now. They buried too much on the Bold and Beautiful. Well, not as much as they do on another show. One thing, like I said last night, I mean, I know a lot of people are really upset about Bold and Beautiful right now. But you gotta admit, Bold and Beautiful be keeping you kind of like, oh God. It's like that relationship that you know you want to give up, but you're just like, I can't give it up. Like it's something about this show that's pulling me back in. Just when I'm like, I'm done. It's like, oh shoot, something happened. What happened? Like that group would have a whole lot of people. Oh, you know how I was talking about time flies by? I cannot believe it's been 10 years since Lauren St. Victor started on Bold and Beautiful. Like, that's crazy talk. And it's funny because I did see Murray Bartlett last night on the Late Show. And I'm seeing all these people saying, oh, this is Murray Bartlett's time since, the White Look. And, oh, he was so good and everything. I was like, baby, we've known he was good since Gone White. Thank you. Like, we've known Murray since Gone White. As, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh. Oh, and did you guys hear? Did you guys hear? There's a rumor that Sasha Callie, you guys remember Lola. Somebody must have heard me scream, but they're going to give her, I think, the Supergirl movie on her own because of the whole Flash stuff. Y'all know about that. Because I thought that for me personally, I'm going to just say this as a comic book geek. I'm sorry, but they've tainted the Flash for me, the movie. I am not going to see it. I know they're going to try to release it, but I'm not going to see it. And I wanted to see it because it had freaking Michael Keaton as Batman. And Sasha, of course, too. But, trash. All right, that was my comic book moment. Now let's get back to soaps. Okay. Already in progress. I feel like I was supposed to do something and I didn't do it. Okay. I wonder when or if Quinn will show up. Here's the thing. I would not rule Quinn not coming back. Me personally, I would not rule Quinn coming back. I think they may recast the role, but I really want Renna to come back. How do you feel about Stella possibly out in Portia? Well, I kind of said it. I kind of guessed Stella would be the one to do it. I think I said it last week, Lakina. I said Stella's going to be probably the one that outs it. I will say that I'm not okay. I'm really not feeling this storyline at all. I'm trying my best. And I think my issue is that they did not have to do this paternity on Trina. You could have had the halo of Portia be slanted. But to me, I'm like, Stella tells everything. Stella is that aunt that you can't say anything to. because Stella, it's like, Stella she's that character. She is that character that will, she's like Rose from 227. She will tell everybody's business but her own. Okay. I, okay, God bless Gory. That's all I gotta say, because I'm really, and I think it has nothing to do with that it's another paternity storyline on General Hospital, because this is like the upteenth one. But I think because of the situation, and real talk, I went to Rial's birthday virtual event earlier today, and there was some interesting stuff that was said about why he wasn't there during the storyline and everything. Now, he gave Darnell Turner his props by saying, Darnell went to the writers and said some things like he's sort of the quote unquote Black Maurice. Okay. Okay, wait a minute. Do you believe Stella is Curtis's mom? Yes, I do. I've been saying it. Look. I've been saying Stella when Marshall and Stella met up and talking about how they was in Baltimore. I was like, hey, shout out to Baltimore. I was like, that's Curtis's mama. Yup, and yup. But the thing is that, see, General Hospital, like in the last 2 years, and I understand this is so popular, but everybody's paternity was questioned. Like every character on that show. Nell, Willow, Chase, other babies, other kids. To now, I'm just like, I'm paternity out. I'm paternity fatigue. There. Maybe if we're lucky when they do the DNA. Joy, I think the majority of the GH fans wants that to be true. Because it's not, okay, here's one of those things where we, the audience, have more of an investment in this. Yes, Trina is a new character. Let me start that off. And, they connected this character to, Ava and all of them. But the big reward was that she was Taggart's daughter, right? Okay. We know Taggart. We've known Taggart for almost 30 years, right? So the fact that Taggart's daughter is involved with a Cassadine, mixing it up with Joss and Elizabeth and Xander's child, that's right there. That's a good history right there. What I don't like is, again, this is not against Darnell or Brooke or Brooke Kerr, but the fact is that Curtis and Portia are still, yes, Darnell's been on for a while, so has Brooke, but you're literally ripping this child away from a legacy character for people who are still new on the show. And that's not fair. That's sort of the opposite of what you're doing. Like, okay, with Cody. Cody is supposed to be the child of Dominique and Max Scorpio. But again, you rushed that story because, again, we like to see Trina, because look, some of us remember when Trina was Caucasian, okay? Thank you. And she was a drug dealer. Thank you. But we've already experienced, we already got to know who Trina was. That's what I'm saying. And the fact, again, like I said, Taggart, it's Taggart, like, hey. But yeah, I think Stella's going to snitch at the wedding. Do you? Or somebody's going to say something, and yeah, let's go. Let's just get this over with. This is going to be worse. This is going to be bad. But like I said, I know that Tabiana, I know that Rial, I know Darnell, I know Brooke, I know they're going to turn it up, acting wise. It's just, this is one of those stories where I'm like praying to some Jesus, like you, Joy, that Taggart is still the biological father. Because I know people are saying, oh, well, it's going to be just like on the Young and the Restless when Lily found out. And I'm like, here's the thing about that. Different writing, different writers. Let me just say that. And again, we saw some of this on screen. We don't know Curtis and we don't know Portia. We know Taggart. That is true. We knew Malcolm. We knew Drew. We knew what had happened. we knew what the outcome was, we questioned it, and then we saw the aftermath. That's a totally different scenario. So I don't know. We shall see what happens, because the wedding starts on the 10th. The wedding is actually on the 14th. So we'll see what happens. Curtis, I guess, will walk away from Portia according to what he was telling Drew about lying and stuff. It's going to be a mess. Curtis has several seats. Because, like, to me, like, okay, let me talk about Drew. Let's talk about Drew. Is anybody else disappointed in the character of Drew? No, we don't have. I mean, I really hope Trina doesn't get involved with Spencer. That boy will put up for the ringer. Well, okay. Here's the thing about Trina and Spencer. I will say this. Okay. Here's what I feel as though another thing. GH, you messed up with this. This is why it's kind of important for Taggart to God, this is important for Taggart to stay Trina's father, because they need to utilize Taggart's feelings about how he felt when his baby sister Gia was with Nicholas. To me, I felt as though they gave some of that dialogue to Portia, which I was like, Portia, you don't. I understand the mother's frustration, but I'd rather hear Taggart is like, no, not again. This is not going to happen again. What do you mean? Because Gia, and have Gia give me a phone call. If you can't bring Gia on, have it where Trina, like I said, have it where Trina calls Gia, or Taggart calls Gia to make Trina see like it ain't all that great being with a Cassadine. You got to put some of that. See, that's what I kind of I get upset about a little bit with GH, is you're not utilizing your history. You could so use the history from Taggart's point of view about this whole Trina Spencer thing, but you don't do it. And not for nothing, Taggart also did, he liked it, Courtney. He liked it, Courtney. Oh, Jesus. Okay, sorry. You guys know how I feel. Drew wasn't that important to come back. Well, how can I say this? I think there was a plan. I think there was a plan for Drew. That's all I gotta say. She's just. Oh yes. You know what? It's like they should have Ava, and after today, Ava takes several seats too. Ava and Trina have this dynamic, which, Ava is the second mama to Trina. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's, I'm still waiting for Taggart to tell Trina that she. You had to bring that up there. That's still an undressed situation too, about Taggart and Sonny. Oh boy. Y'all want to try to get me in trouble tonight, aren't you? Look, I'm going to say this. If Bob Goozer was still there, maybe. Hey, Daphne. There was a rumor that Portia was Ava's sister. I remember that. That would have been really interesting to connect too, because we know Delia Ryan is her mama and a Jerome, so that means Portia is a Jerome, or that mama was sleeping around with, which I don't want to do that to Delia. I don't want to do that to her. We don't do that. We don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. Yeah. No, Delia. Delia. So, okay, so here's what GH did that was kind of the smartest freaking thing. I will give them props. I think it was either Ron or I don't know who did it, but they had brought Delia Ryan, Eileen Kristen, who played Roxy, and they had Delia be Ava's mama. So they tied Ryan's Hope into General Hospital. Brilliant. Brilliant, I say. By the way, you can catch Eileen Kristen on Forever and a Day, season 3. I'm just saying. We don't talk about Bruno. So wait a minute. So I gotta catch Daphne up to speed. Daphne, we figured out who shot Bill. We figured it out. Ridge. Because, okay, let's look at the facts, folks. Sheila does have something on Bill. There's something. So the thing is that we're looking at Taylor, who was cuckoo crazy for Cocoa Puffs, and we're looking at Liam. But where was Ridge at? And not only that, but keep in mind, Ridge is the one who called and told Taylor, and Taylor was over there. But what if Taylor kind of either blocked it out or something like that? I don't know. But Ridge, yup. And Bill would do anything for Steffi. So if he has to go along with this, so that way, even though he doesn't like Ridge, he still is trying to protect Steffi. Oh. I was kind of hoping Cyrus and really, Cyrus, really. I was always thinking Jordan and Cyrus. No, mind. I'm gonna let that one go. By the way, Daphne, did you see Jeff's state of mind on Sunday? It was interesting. I loved it. Of course. Okay. Let's see. Because remember when Jordan, and Cyrus was up to shenanigans? That's what I thought. That was right. I think that was right before COVID. I think, wasn't it? Let me see. You've been into figure skating for the last couple of weeks. Brian and Court, yup. Okay. And now we're charging my computer. Okay, who do you think is a better businessman? You really asked that question. Bill Spencer or Victor Newman? I'm going to give you the look. Victor Newman. Duh. There can only be one. The next person after Victor Newman, Alan Spalding. It actually is one of my favorite movies, yes. And I know it can't be, okay. So how can I say this? I know Breakfast at Tiffany's could not be done. It's not shown as much because of Mickey Rooney and because of the certain things that is not PC anymore. But I love the fashion. Oh my God. The fashion of Breakfast at Tiffany's was everything. And yes, when I do go to New York City, I do Especially if I stay the weekend, I do dress up a little bit and go in front of Tiffany's, which, by the way, they have tables out there. But I always go to Dunkin' Donuts across the street and get a donut and pretend that I'm really famous and stuff. I like Sabrina too. That was another good movie too. But yeah, there was something about Breakfast at Tiffany's that just uh, uh, back in the time when some things didn't just make any sense. Let me see. I've been in figure skating the last 2 weeks. We know, Daphne. I'm surprised Daphne doesn't like do an ice skating podcast. He knows I pumped her up for that one, right? Oh, okay. We got some breaking news, folks. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, tomorrow, they will announce the Indie Series Awards nominees. And by the way, Cesar Lucci. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, in case you didn't know, playing. Oh, trust me, I already got Wakanda Forever Disney Plus. We're good. Trying to think. Yeah, the original Sabrina movie. Aw. They were talking about Airplane um the other day. And like somebody says, you know, they was like Airplane couldn't make that. You couldn't do that movie today. You couldn't really do that. Um, but yeah. Trying to find. Y'all know I always left it like, do this, right? Okay. So what are you guys up to with Joan Collins? Wait, is Jeremy still in here? Oh, the devil within her. Okay. Yeah, I'm just seeing what you were doing, Jeremy. Okay. So I was watching the fourth annual. This is gonna sound bad. The fourth annual soap opera awards the other day, and can I just say that I miss award shows. Like I miss when the soaps were getting a lot of award shows. I miss SoapNet. I'm just gonna say that all the time. You say, yeah, Airplane wouldn't work. Oh, you watch it start? Okay, watching Hoops. Oh, of course. I was gonna watch the. I was gonna rewatch some of the Royal Rumble because you guys know I like wrestling too, and I'm still going to say what I said last night. I really wish that it was more so Sammy versus Roman at WrestleMania, but that's just me. Let's see. Daphne is a Star Trekkie, which reminds me, I'm seeing William Shatner. Ah! And here's what I'm going to say. And look, in true form of me being a geek, right? When I see William Shatner, I'm gonna have my TJ Hooker stuff. I'm also gonna have my Rescue 911 and my Boston Legal stuff too, and my Michael Myers mask. Okay. I always wanted to ask, do you remember what storyline characters made you a soul fan? Yes, I do. Storyline at that time. You see, hold on. It was Guy Light, obviously, duh, right? Okay. 1987, Cross Creek, Reven and Josh's wedding. Okay. Character. Well, that would be very strange too. Okay. Just the thing about growing up, one of the things I will always say that my family did allow me to do was imagine. Like I had big dreams and I was imagining that I was a princess or I was the president or a firefighter and stuff like that. But I think when I saw when I would play with my doll babies and the tea sets, y'all remember the tea sets, girls? Y'all remember, guys? Y'all remember too? I always was like, okay, there's nobody else that's dressing up for tea parties or, dressing up for parties, stuff for your birthday parties and stuff. But then you turn on the TV and you see all these people being fancy and they was all having these big gowns and these dresses and they had the balloons and they had a party and they were dancing and da-da-da. And you saw ponies and horses and stuff. That got me hooked. I was like, oh, yeah, I was spoiled. Oh my God. Oh, honey. Oh, the buried alive stuff. Oh my God. That. Let me tell you something. For Days of Our Lives, okay, my great uncle, Michael, rest his soul in heaven, he was the NBC. Like he was Days. Okay. So the buried alive, the double possession storyline roped me in. Because I was like, again, I'm a horror. I love Freddy. I love Jason. I love all those kind of things. So for me to see this on television during the daytime, I was like, and I always would question. I remember me asking this freaking question is she going to be okay? Because I'm like, if she could, because think about it. I was such one of these kids, okay? If somebody couldn't eat and couldn't drink, and then my mind was, they have to go to the bathroom, right? Like all kids would think this. But I was just so worried for Carly. And then with the devil, I was like, oh, God ain't going to let her in heaven. And look what happened now. God didn't let her in heaven. Look at little Candice being all happy now. I still watch. Yeah, can't wait for season 3. Yeah. I still watch old daytime at least. I still watch them every single chance I get. We all know this. That's why I have the big idea for the 50th, and I know they're not going to do it, but oh well. Give me something to think about. For me, it was when Larissa Rell. Can we please give her a round of freaking applause? Because she understood the assignment. I started watching soaps with my sister. Jeremy, you should have came up to my house. Man, my great grandma probably would tell you, just sit right there. Just right there. Just, sit right there. You can watch TV, baby. Let's see. Okay, listen, you watch GH. Okay. So yeah, you would have either been with my mama or my uncle. Yep, in that room. Yep. For real, same. I would have debated to school about it. I'm still trying to figure out where the bathroom was. Right? Like, when do they go to the bathroom on these soaps? Do you think Willow is dead? Okay. Let's talk. Brass tacks. Let's go. For some strange reason, I don't think they're going to kill Willow off because we have to have the Nina stuff resolved. Because as I had said a couple of times, my issue about Carly keeping this paternity was this was the second child of Nina's that she's done this to. At the same time, they're both on Nell dead. And then you tell Nina that her daughter was there, right? Okay. But then you got Willow, who's at death's door, and then you decide to say something to Nina. Are you serious? It would be cruel if they go ahead and kill this character off, but for the purpose of the story, and plus to kind of keep the streak not happening of Michael and his girlfriends and all that stuff, I think Willow's going to make it. But can I give a shout out to the casting people for that baby? That baby was sore as out of the womb. That's a cute freaking baby, though. I will say this. I looked at that baby. I was like, oh, that is a cute freaking baby. I was like, aw. It was great hearing her voice yesterday. I want her to come back for Victor's funeral. I'm hoping, and you know what? I'm going to say this. Even if they can get Louise in the studio, which, again, we got to remember something. I think she's in New York. So the traveling, that's why Linda Dano did what she did, respect. Is Louise Sorel is a lady of a certain age, and there is something called COVID out there. And she may not want to travel back and forth. And we have to respect that. I do hope, I like the way they incorporated her voice. And I do, if they do a Victor funeral, which I'm going to be honest, if they don't, and I'm going to be like, well, oh, okay. But if they do, I wouldn't mind seeing a video, of Vivian, you know what I'm saying? Like, because technically she's in jail. So I can see giving special privilege, and then we can have flashbacks. Not a problem. Oh yeah, Days was the soap in okay, real talk. When the OJ Simpson trial and all that was happening, just like with COVID, I said this for COVID, when they came back from COVID. I said my whole thing is that you have to do something to get the audience, not the audience that you already have, but new eyes to watch your show. And that's what Days did. Days was always the soap of the adventures and the super couples. And then they crossed into the supernatural stuff, right? Which actually worked. Thanks, James Riley. Because again, during that time period, ratings went up. Even Deidre Hall said it recently at the TCAs, is that they have not seen, now they talked about it, the younger demographics was really tuning in. Days was that soap that you were talking about that you was like, okay, can you believe this? Like, they really buried that girl alive. And not only that, but Marlena became possessed with the devil. And she's shape-shifting and everything. It's just, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening on soap. We have not seen this kind of stuff since Dark Shadows. You know what I'm saying? So Days was that soap. Days was seriously that soap. And without Days, we wouldn't have had Passions. And without Passions, we wouldn't have had Port Charles, the second half of it. Ever since Kristen made that comment about stuff and going versus. Well, Daphne wants Alan Mays back on the show. She really wants that. Let's see something here. Trying to think what else can we talk about. It's just crazy because tomorrow starts February sweeps. Here we go. General Hospital, Young. Bo doesn't do sweeps. Days will do sweeps. And keep in mind, you guys, we're getting ready. Did you know how many of you guys notice Days are Alive's time now? It's getting longer. That's what she said about it. But no, time because okay, from my understanding, if Days was still on NBC, the Xander and Sarah stuff would have been on the cutting room floor because it was cut time. So that's another plus, is that we're not going to have a lot of cutting room floor stuff. We're going to see everything on Days of Our Lives. And Greg Vaughn and Amari said it's going to be some swearing. It may be some nudity. Please let it be some nudity. Please. But I'm excited for Days, for this new chapter. I mean, I get a lot of people are still depressed about some things, but to me, I mean, look, September, October, November, December. Let me say, wait a minute. September, October, November, December, January. We're 5 months deep. What do you think about Sarah and Xander? Oh, joy. 2 years ago, I kept saying that Gwen is going to be that character that the audience is going to kind of root for and like. And I was right. I feel vindicated in that. I like the Sarah and Xander, but I don't know if it's... I feel as though something was lost in translation with Xander and Xander. Like Sarah and Xander. I don't know what fell apart. I think it was because the writers, to me, put more investment in Xander and Gwen than Sarah and Xander. And I was glad today. Anyone have the exact... when that's started? I think next week. I got to double check for you, Lakina. But the thing is about, because it was said today, Xander was trying to fit the mold that Sarah wanted him to be. And I've been saying that for the longest time. I said the reason why Xander and Sarah does not work is because, yes, Sarah knows who Xander is, and Xander knows who he is. But the problem is that you can't change somebody. Even though they say love changes you, true reality, real talk, you can't change every way. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you want a Hallmark version of Xander, Sarah, go with Rex. And that's what I actually think is probably going to happen. Gwen and Xander are cut from the same cloth. And I have an issue with Jack. For Jack to say what he said, I felt like saying, Jack, do you remember who you are? Because, baby, you're like, all the times that Gwen has done stuff, you have not said anything. You've given her opportunity. But then it's like, okay, she picked Xander over you. Okay, that's fine. But at the same time, Jack, let's not forget who you are. You are somebody who raped Kayla. You are a person who did A, B, C, D, F, G, and Jennifer kept choosing you. So I'm like, what? I'm like, what, Jack? I'm like, I like you, Jack, but come on, Jack, don't be a hypocrite. Like, not me. Gwen could go to the upper room. Would she be going to the upper room? I find it funny that this is the hill Jack decided to die on, right? Jack is really acting like he forgot the entire 80s and early 90s. Because not only that, but even though there were certain situations, you slept with Jennifer's mama. Jack, did you forget that? Jack, do you remember a couple months ago, well, a couple years ago, you slept with Kate because while Jennifer was in a coma. So Jack, please don't, not today, Satan. Not today. Not today. We're not doing this. No. And not only that, but Jack, and also Jack, you are friends with Xander from my understanding. Like, that is your boy. So the fact that Gwen is doing, like, first of all, it's like, oh my God. And I'm going to be honest with you. To me, I feel as though I've been deja vu because that's how he didn't go off completely like the way he did. But when Abby chose Chad, and that's another thing, Jack. Oh my, okay. Look, Days, I get you trying to push the Chad and Stephanie down our throats. But Dad, for you to have Jack kind of like the one that kind of says, well, Abigail would want you to continue to live and to love and everything like that. Okay, that is true. But at the same time, you're pushing this storyline so hard that I'm sorry. I love Billy Flynn. I love Abigail Klein. I love Robert Scott Wilson as Alex. I know some people have some different opinions about that. But I need a chance to breathe because I felt as though like you literally like threw all this at me at once. It's like Lakina said, I just want her off my screen. Like, ah, it's like, see ya. Jesus. Hasn't it only been a few months since Abby died? Uh-huh. The worst. I'm going to be honest. Again, I know Billy Flynn's going to get something from this. I know probably Marcy. I know probably Emily. I know. But the Abby storyline was so badly done. Well, the thing is, okay, she died early, like it was like around May, June. But we didn't find out who murdered her until like September. You know, I want Abby's ghost to pop up and say so bad and say, nah, bro, get back to raising my children. Well, like I said, give it by the end of the year. We're gonna probably see Abigail again. Because it was such a backlash. It's funny. Days is the only soap that could probably get away with this because they knew that this was going to be a backlash. Like there was going to be such a big issue about it. And knowing them, they're probably like 6 months deep anyway. They're probably going to be like, okay, Marcy, can you come back so we can usher off the yeah, okay. Oh, you can come back. Okay, cool. Bye. Trina and Cameron should be together. Not. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I liked Trina and Cameron. I did. I did like Joss and Spencer when they were kids, and I thought, yeah, it was gonna be really, the Fab Four, as I call them. But my whole thing is, I like Trina and Spencer because of the tag. See, it goes back to Taggart. It's the history. Because all right, here's the deal. Trina and Spencer has chemistry, okay? And I think what plays really good is that, again, when you're watching a soap, you have to appreciate the history of how they do certain things, right? So again, like I said, with Trina, she's Taggart's daughter. I don't care what anybody tells me. And the fact that Taggart had to deal with Carly and Jax, Sonny, right? Check this out. Xander Smith, Nicholas, and being with Gia, right? The fact that his own daughter is sort of like with Joss. Joss being Carly's daughter, being with Elizabeth's child, that should have been some right? Okay. The fact that you got, Cameron and Spencer, who in the tradition of Lucky and Nicholas, as well as, like they have their moments and stuff. But I actually enjoy Trina and Spencer because you don't get to see this. I mean, it General Hospital needs a young couple. And with Joss and Cam, they did to me, I'm going to say it to me, they did some things backwards that I wish they would have addressed. You know what I'm saying? But, because I always want to know, did Carly ever tell the story of how she tried to shack up with Xander? Can you imagine that being at the table? Like, so there was one time that Xander, Cameron, you don't know this, but there was one time I almost slept with your father. That would be awkward. Or Carly, remember that time when me and Nicholas almost? I wonder if Elizabeth. Well, yeah. Not many soaps would kill off that big of a legacy character. So I admire Days. But see, here's the thing about Days, though. To be honest, even though they pull the trigger, 6 months down the line they come back. So it's sort of like, okay, we're gonna tease you that we killed them off, but in 6 months we're gonna bring them back. The only characters that they really killed, I mean, was Adriana, but I'm like, and I'm trying to still figure that Adrian, Lexi, Isabella, who else? I mean, they brought Bo back, right? John and Marlene has been dead a total of 16 times. Oh, EJ, Zach. Yeah, Zach's another one is dead. Remember Jack? Jack's been dead 3 times, came back. Tony Andre. Roman. Yeah. Hope was dead too. Steve Patch was dead. Yeah. See, that's the thing, and like, you know, like the fact that Jordan was killed off, and yeah, I love the fact that Ron Carvati even said that. Was like, I regret killing Jordan off. You're damn right. Yeah, well, that shouldn't even have happened. Oh my god. Oh. You see, is Abigail's healing at? Let me see. Abigail's healing. Played by Ted King. You're trying so. I would actually pick William DeRod to be Peter, to be honest with you. Or when Carly helped keep Spencer's paternity a secret, but I guess we can't bring that up. Oh no, see that. See, what Lakina's not going to do tonight is make me do a whole therapy session right now regarding that situation of Carly keeping paternities. Because she did. That was another whole storyline. That was, oh my God. Oh my God. Woo! I'm telling you, that's what I said about, because Carly kept, okay, Christina, Spencer. Did she know about Jake? No, because Elizabeth was smart and told Jason about Jake. Good girl. Who else was it? No, Willow. I Lord, yeah. Yeah, William Gerard is my first pick. Uh-huh. Let's see. I kind of think Grant Alexander could make a cool Peter. I mean, here's the thing. It depends. Okay, because Grant Alexander is one of those people, just like with Robert Newman, that does not want to do long term on soaps. So a good 6 months, 3 to 6 months, maybe you'll get out of him. That's why Grant Alexander was actually my third choice for Jeff Weber. But I'm kind of glad that he didn't do it. So you know, where's Jack Finnegan? Does he care that his that's a good that's what I had said. I said there are certain things in Bold and Beautiful that I don't make sense of. It's like you had Ted King. Now where's Ted King? Like that's a big factor, is that Jack Finnegan, does he know or doesn't he know? Because I would have loved to see that reunion. Like that's another thing, is I think some of these soaps need to stop telling the stories off screen. You know, Grant is a little too old for Peter. Lakina, I'm going to just say two words for you. Victor Webster. Victor Webster as a 20-something-year-old who was nearly 40-something years old playing that role. You know, darn well it. Right? Because at first I thought that Jack, 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 I thought that Ja was the one that was keeping Finn alive or knew something about that. I wish Kim Zimmer. We don't talk about that. You said Peter was too old. Let me see. I mean, we have footage of Ali. I know. Wait. Okay, did y'all all see it on Twitter? It was a couple of weeks ago. Somebody posted when Kristen, played by Eileen Davidson, was picking Brady up. I think it was at a softball game or something like that. And I think Eric Montsoff or somebody says, "Oh, so it was an easy lay." I'm like, really? Like, oh my gosh. Like, yeah. I wish Kim Zimmer would make a return. I wish she. Well, okay. Wait a minute. Okay? Let me ask this question. What soap you want Kim Zimmer to be on? I'm just asking for a friend. We got footage of Will and being older than EJ. Oh no, the best was EJ and Brady sitting on the laps while somebody was getting married. I forgot who it was. I was like, look at it. I was like, look at y'all. If they're not going to show Jack, why don't they write a line or two explaining where he is? Joy, your guess is good as mine. Let me see. Born and Beautiful. They had great Emmy scenes between Lee and Jack. Then nothing. Well, that's what they do. Some of these shows have these great Emmy moments and get the actors their Emmy, and then bibbly bobbly boop, they're gone. Case in point, Lexi, aka Christina in General Hospital. I'm still pressed about that. I'm still mad about that. Great storyline of Christina coming out, her sexuality and all that stuff. And she's a legacy character. She is a Corinthos and she is a Cassadine. Let me repeat that. She's a Cassadine. Why don't we see her? Like, why can't we use her the same way we use Joss and all of them too? Same thing with Molly. It just boggles my mind. Guiding Light isn't on. Yes, it is. In my world, it's still on. I'm joking. No. No. Wait a minute. Let me just say this. I did not, and let me repeat what I'm about to say. I did not like her returning back to One Life to Live as Echo. I know that was one of her first gigs and everything. But I'm going to be honest with you, when it was a weird period for, like, okay, for us Guiding Light fans, it was a weird period, as well as the Aswell Turns fans, when we saw, like, Mar West on Young and the Rustlers, right? It was weird seeing Tom Pelphrey playing a younger version of James Stanback on Aswell Turns, right? It was just weird, right? It was weird on All My Children when we saw Daniel Cosgrove and Stephanie Gachette playing lovers, right? It was just weird. It was weird when John Driscoll and Emmy Rowland was over on Young and the Rustlers and did share 80 freaking scenes together. I'm still pressed about that. But the thing about Kim Zimmer is when she came on, right? I'm going to be honest with you. The first thing I was looking forward to was seeing her chemistry where Erica Slade's at. But then when they had her and Jerry Van Dorn, I couldn't help it. I was like, Guiding Light. I mean, Gina Tognoni, let me just say this. I think Gina was the first one to cross back over to One Life, right? She was the first one while she was still under contract with Guiding Light. The show was canceled, so it wasn't like Justin Buchanan, okay? Y'all remember that. Okay? Gina just gelled back into her role. That was like, I'm Donna, I'm Kelly. There you go. But for everybody else, it took a while for them to get settled in. You see, maybe Kim Zimmer should play Vivian LMA since legit also. But Kim Zimmer, well, okay. I will say the reason that they got Robin Strasser is because that was a Ron thing. To me, that was a Ron Carvati thing. with Linda Dano because Louise, again, and we got to respect that. A lot of these actresses and actors do not want to go anywhere anymore. They don't want to travel so far. They don't want to get sick. We got to respect that. But yeah. Or when Vincent Irizarry was on Days and he should. Exactly. Don't get me started about that. And don't get me started about when Grant Alexander did come to Days. He was visiting and he took that picture with Judy and with Vincent. Got my hopes all up. Austin Peck was over there at one point. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sure, I remember when Ron Reigns went. Oh, look, it was because let me see. Jessica Glachia, she was over on One Life to Live too. Because she played the Ford brothers' mom, which I was like, really? Okay. But Ron Reigns was over on One Life to Live. And I actually, you know what? Ron Reigns made more sense to me. Like, I mean, it was weird because him and Jerry Van Dorn didn't even share scenes together. But Ron Reigns on One Life to Live, the online version, made sense to me. It made sense to me. But yeah, during the 2009, 2011 years, man, that was some good times. The only ones that really kind of, in a way, I got to give a shout out to Carla Mosley and Lawrence St. Victor, to Ricky Paul Golden, to Crystal Chappelle, because they were all on Bold and Beautiful. Remember? They were all on it. Zach Conroy was over there too. Like, good times, man. Bo did good with that one. I will say that. Can we act like demos never happened? No. I mean, okay. Demos was an experiment that went wrong on so many levels. The right person played the role. Let me just say that. The right actor played that role well. But I think the problem is that they didn't really have, just like some other people, they didn't really have a full-fledged story arc for him. Because let's be real for a second. Deimos was a carbon copy of David Hayworth. And the reason I say that was because remember when he poisoned everybody's drink, he got everybody like, I was like, this is all my children all over again with the libido. I was like, okay. I was like, all righty then. All right. Well, okay. We learn from our mistakes and we grow. What if Jack Finnegan helped rescue Lee? I mean, I'm all for Jack Finnegan to be somewhere. I still wanted Bill and Lee. My B Lee. But that's somebody, you know what? I'm going to say this. Vincent Irizarry should be on General Hospital. But when I say that I wanted him on General Hospital, I mean before COVID. Because can you imagine the whole mind mapping storyline and David Hayworth was a part of it? My God. And not only that, but a lot of people don't know Alex, but David does. He knows Anna and Alex. Like, oh my God. Oh, I wish I was a soap writer. Like, I would love for Ted, and it's funny because when they announced that Ted King was coming to Bold and Beautiful, that was actually one of my wishes. I actually wanted Ted King to be over on Bold and Beautiful and be a new love interest for Heather Tom, for Katie. Be careful what you wish for, Candice. I still want that, by the way. But well, see, the thing is with Bold, and I will say this, is about the Bell soaps for both Young and the Roosters and for Bold and Young and the Roosters. There you go, Candice. They don't really recast as heavy as some of the other shows like Days and General Hospital. And I think the reason is that, yeah, it is story decisions. Think about it. How long did it take for them to get a Taylor, right? After we kept talking about it. We like, Taylor has missed A, B, C, D, F, G. And yeah, they asked Hunter Tylo. Hunter said no. So they went ahead and they recast the role and got Kristen Allen. The same thing with, think about this. On Young and the Restless, Jess Walton, Peter Bergman, Sharon Case. Let's see, who else is a recast? Like, there's so many recasts that they're not recast because a lot of us grew up watching them. So technically, they're part of the family. They're still part of the clique. Trevor St. Let me tell you something about Trevor St. John. Let me tell you. Trevor St. John has been a welcoming surprise to Young and the Restless. And I say that because I feel as though he already has, like, Trevor St. John, for what it's worth, understands the assignment of playing a complex character. You don't know if you're supposed to root for this character, if you're supposed to boo this character. You're not supposed to know what you're supposed to do with this character. And he understands the assignment. Tucker McCall, since the day that William Russ, a.k.a. Corey Matthews' dad on Boy Meets World, to Stephen Nichols, to now, has always played, the character has always been on that line, on that borderline. And the thing is that, yeah, he's trying to make amends with his son, but also he's a ruthless business person. So it's like he plays these games, but he's playing with your emotions. And let's not forget, I'm waiting for I need the Sharon stuff. I need Ashlyn and Sharon. I'm sorry. Let's go. Not Ashlyn, but Tucker, because they were together. Just saying. And Trevor has chemistry. Like, can we not? This is why I say sometimes with recasts, if the character has been exposed to many characters on the canvas, chemistry changes. But to me, it's been more interesting. Like him and Eileen Davidson. Oh my God, you wouldn't have. I'm like, has Trevor been on this show already before? Because he had chemistry with Eileen Davidson. And I'm gonna be honest with you, not everybody can pull that off. I think the thing we were thinking about was him and Brighton James, because we got to remember Tucker is Devon's father. But when you look at him, it's like, hey, bro, like, what's up? Yeah. You see, Trevor and Susan are the only ones. I'm going to say it. Susan has been carrying Young and the Russells on her back. There's something, and the thing is that it's not a bad thing, but it's kind of also like, okay, you have other people on the show who can carry the weight too. Let's see. I never thought he would be back. The rumors were going. Well, originally, okay. Allegedly, he was going to go to GH. That fell through. Thank God. And I think the reason too, because everybody was like, well, Frank Valentini is going to try to pull and try to get Trevor onto GH. Now, who was he going to play? I'm going to take a wild guess. Drew. Take a look at him and Steve Burton. Okay. I want them to recast Ridge. Why? Do you guys not like Thorsten as Ridge? I'm going to be honest. When it was announced that Thorsten K was going to be the new Ridge, it took a while for me to accept that, especially because him and Catherine Callahan, I will say this, just like with Laura Wright and Maurice Bernard, I know they're supposed to play the couples, quote unquote, but to me, they're more the chemistry for those four. It's the angst, because to me, the person that had good chemistry with Thorsten in the first go around was Heather Tom. Drew would have been a waste of Trevor St. John's talent, but we gotta remember when they was going to write for him. Yeah. Y'all know, I'm like, I gotta remember that I'm on video too. So I'm just chilling out, like, hey, this is what I do. Let me see. Let me see. Hey, Vincent could have been Ridge. There's an argument about that too. People said that. They said Vincent could have done it. Let me see. Who else did they say? I mean, some people said Grant Alexander. I just remember Grant Alexander being thrown around a lot. I was like, honey, he's doing Tainted Dreams at that time. It's like you said, we grew up with these characters and he doesn't look or anything like Rich. I mean, he's still arrogant like Rich. He's still selfish. But I get what you're saying. Sorry, I just thought about when Ron Moss used to say, Rick. Sorry. Oh, God. Woo. Y'all know y'all was thinking that too. All right, okay. All right, cool. I mean, that's the thing about recast. I mean, especially because how can I do this? I guess I'll use the Carlys. It's like we all started with Sarah, right? And we've been through the transitions of Sarah to Tams to Jennifer to Laura. And a lot of people will say that Tamara Braun is the best Carly. And afterwards, like Jennifer, you know, they didn't give her much to grow, you know, whatever. But, you know, a lot of people will say that the Carly that we see now is nothing like the Carly of Tamara Braun. You know what I'm saying? So, do you see Thorsten? Well, I just said, for me, I don't see it. I mean, okay. Even though Ridge and Brooke's supposed to be the couple, like I said, Thorsten and Catherine Callahan has more of the friendship / angst, you know, instead of the romance. And that's not a bad thing. It's just, if, you know, like I said, recast will change a lot of things. Coupling and all that included. So, yeah. The best recast I've seen from CBS was Krista Allen. I love Krista Allen. I do. I really do. So, I agree. I think they may have written Ridge different if Ron Moss was still playing him. I think the writing is with Thorsten K in mind. That's a good point, Jeremy. Tam was my Carly because she was Carly when I started watching GH regularly, right? So if they do put them back together, it's going to be like lawful. I mean, the thing is that okay, and I'm gonna talk about all the women that Thorsten's version of Rich has been with, and who I think has the best you know chemistry. Like I said, Catherine and Thorsten, as far as the friendship goes and the angst, that's one thing. Him and Heather Tom has the romance chemistry, okay? Him and Denise Richards had that flirtatious, sexy on the spot chemistry. Him and Rena Sofer had something too. It was something, but I don't know what it was. Yeah, okay. So you guys are saying it too. Like the best chemistry he had was Rena. Okay. Then with Lindsay Godfrey, here's what I'm gonna say. The chemistry that he's supposed to have had with Taylor and to Brooke is what he had with Caroline Jr. Okay. With Hunter Tylo and him, it was the same thing. There was no sexual chemistry between those two. I felt more of a support, like I'm supporting you type of chemistry. Krista and him has sort of, it's a mixture of the friendship as well as a little bit of romance. But again, with Quint, I'm going to say, yeah, okay, Heather, Rena, and Lindsay Godfrey all had chemistry with the sexual, all that chemistry with Thorsten. There you go. Who wouldn't have chemistry with Rena? Well, just saying. No, I'm joking. I still view Laura Wright as Jax's Carly. Yeah, I mean, okay, whether you like to admit to this or not, Laura Wright has chemistry with Ingo. I'll agree. Carly and Jax, Laura Wright's version, has chemistry with Ingo. Now, Laura Wright also had chemistry with, and I must say it, is Ted King. But that's because they worked together years before on Loving in the City. So of course they would have chemistry to bring it into the new, the new thing. Sean Kanan and Laura Wright never met before, but they had chemistry, right? Roger Howarth and Laura Wright had chemistry. Who else had chemistry? Now we're going to do the debate about Steve Burton. Out of the Carlys with Steve, Tams and Sarah had the chemistry with Steve Burton. Okay. With Laura and Steve, I felt, in my opinion, they had more of the friendship, but nothing of the sexual chemistry. And I think when they finally got Jason and Carly together, I think they had to really put in the work to sell it. You see what I'm saying? And yeah. Yeah. Now, the thing about Laura Wright and Cameron Madsen, and I'm going to address this. This is a Frank thing. This is something, again, if you guys remember the web series that Frank Valentini won an Emmy for, and I'm going to say this, Frank Valentini, I give you a round of applause, was the What Ifs. What if Carly Corinthos met Ryan Lavery? Go on YouTube and you can see it. That's where they got the chemistry of Cameron. That's, in my opinion, that's why we got Carly and Drew, is based off of those what ifs. Oh man. Whew. Hey, remember that horrible Jax recast thing? We don't talk about that. Roger and Laura had crazy chemistry. Mm-hmm. One of the biggest mistakes they made was killing off AJ. I feel like Sean Kane is AJ. Oh, you're not going to get an argument from me. I agree. I don't think they should have killed off AJ. I was so ticked off, and that was their anniversary episode too. I was so ticked off when they killed off AJ. I was like, for what? I said, for what purpose? What purpose is you why? Well, it makes no sense for me at the time because he literally was crying over Britt 2 days before Carly said, let's make the marriage real. Oh, Simone, we don't talk about that marriage of convenience because I'm going to tell you something. If you listen to Kelly's interview, first and foremost, if they, how can I say this? They were interested in, they put an investment in Britt and Jason, which I would have been actually interested in. They brought Kelly back, like I said, to do the story. Okay. I feel as though they just didn't know what they were doing because it was just crazy. Didn't Sean want to leave? Blakemore? I think he had I think it was contract, but I also think because he had another project, and plus I think they wasn't using him. So I think he did decide to say deuces and roll out. Those are the breaks. And I really hope they're not going to push Real out as Taggart because of the storyline coming up. That's just my opinion here. Oh yeah. Yeah, look, Sean Blakemore had chemistry with everybody too. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sean Kanan. You know what? I don't think he wanted to leave. I think he was caught off guard. I think that's what he said. You know. Let's see what y'all say. Stay here. Portia literally had the same story. Oh yeah. But see, was because here's the thing about Jordan. Again, not how can I say this? I think General Hospital sometimes, because they got so many storylines going on, they duplicate their stories. But I think the one right now with Portia and Taggart and all, because again, it's Taggart. We know Taggart. We don't know. I mean, we literally did not know a TJ, Jordan, and Curtis. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, well, this one is going to be the most, this is going to be more, tear jerking, heart grabbing, because it's, in my opinion, because it relates with somebody, it's with somebody that we, the audience, really do have an investment in. So that's just me. I don't, y'all, for real, I am so not ready for that when they say that Trina's really Curtis's. I don't think GH was ready for Sean and Carly at the time. He was a great character. He got downgraded to a sunny sidekick. Don't they all? And see, here's the thing. I do think GH was ready for Sean and Carly, because the thing is that people was ready for Andre and Anna. If we're going to go there, let's go there. They were ready for that. As far as the audience goes. As far as writing goes, yeah, I agree with you on that. If you didn't have a Jason, you would write the same character to be kind of stone cold. I was happy when Jordan stopped being nice and let Portia know, if I want to ruin you and give Curtis back, I could have done it. Well, here's the thing. Jordan should have been doing that all this time. And I said that. To me, the audience, I think some of the audience members forgot, some of the fans did forget that Jordan knows that there's a secret. And so I would have been having Jordan be shady as I don't know what for the last couple of months and last couple of weeks, where she looks at Jordan and Portia and, Trina and Portia, and says, Trina, your mom is so sweet. Yeah, my mom is really honest and everything. Really, really, Portia, you're honest? You're honest? You tell your daughter everything? There's no secrets between you two. I love that about your relationship. There's no secrets between you and your daughter. I would be so, like, every blue moon, like every time Portia sees Jordan, I would be nervous as I don't know what. But now you got Stella, who's going to... This show, I swear, this show is going to get... Let me see. See. I'm loving Anna and Vancine. Me too. See. Let me see. Jordan has done the best thing she could do. She told Stella, who we know is not. But this is the thing, is that Stella, I think doesn't Stella still have a secret that she knows? Or something. But it's just, to me, it's, I mean, like I said, the build up to this storyline is now that, okay, Stella put 2 and 2 together. So now she's going to be the one to really out it. It's either going to be her or somehow somebody's going to slip up and whatnot. I'm just, like I said, I'm paternity fatigued. I do not need to. Oh, and we got to find out if Esme's baby's really Nicholas's or not. Lord. Oh, where did I go wrong as a soap fan? I know I asked for babies on the soaps, but why soap, Jesus? Why? Like, I'm baby fatigued. I swear I am. If I would have known 2020, like it's not even well, in a few hours it'll be February 1st. But I do not need any more babies. I mean, yeah, on Young and Restless, we got Sally, we got Taraya's babies, right? Okay. On Bold and Beautiful, nobody pregnant. Okay. On Days of Our Lives, anybody pregnant on Days? No. On General Hospital, this is it, right? Esme's the last one, right? Esme's the last one, right? Okay, cool. I just need a break from babies. Joss better not be pregnant. Okay. Carly better not get knocked up. No more babies. No more. We're done. We're done with babies until 2025. Exactly. Where's Donna at? Where Donna? You want to tell me? No, no more babies. No more babies. Oh, some sad news to report, you guys. I feel like I do breaking news too. The Dr. Phil show. The Dr. Phil show is going to end its run at 21 seasons. So there you go. It's the end of a TV era that Dr. Phil will cease after 21 seasons. And in other news, they're thinking about, in pilot news, Kathy Bates as Matlock on CBS. Okay, take a moment, take a break from soaps real quick. I gotta talk about this. This okay. I had heard about this a couple of months ago that they were going to try to reboot Matlock and Murder She Wrote. I just want to say, as a person who grew up watching Matlock with her great grandmother and Murder She Wrote, please don't. You know how earlier we was talking about, as we get older and stuff like that? Please don't. Like, no. Matlock, look, every time I think about Andy Griffin, I'm like, no, we're not doing this. We're not, no. And I love Kathy Bates. I really do. I love her. But no, nope. Nope. Same thing with Murder She Wrote. My thing is this. Okay. Okay. The 80s and 90s had some of the best television ever. You see, yep, Murder She Wrote reboot is called. Wait, hold up. Yep. That's the reboot because okay. See, I heard that so this is what I heard. I heard they're gonna do Murder She Wrote. Look, hey Jeremy, I wouldn't be mad at that either. Oh man, oh god. Let's see. I was gonna say John Ritter, but sometimes I forget he's not with us anymore too. But the Murder She Wrote reboot. So this is who I heard. Okay, so I can't think of the actress's name, but she's on Stars, and I heard that was going to be on Amazon. Okay. I did hear about Murder by the Book, but I didn't know that was connected to Murder She Wrote because the Murder She Wrote reboot that I heard was going to be the girl from Stars and everything. And basically it was going to be about a police officer who like she's a detective / unknown author or something like that. I don't know, but okay. So Murder by the Book with Retta, my girl Retta. Oh, I love her. Your sister hates Dr. Phil. Well, don't we all just want to make sure that everything is okay with that? Okay. You see, Ron. Can we? Oh, is that Ron Howard? Can we get Henry Winkler? I like Henry Winkler. There we go. The pilot is very similar. See, I'm wondering if this is the same. I'm wondering. Okay, you know what? I'm about to find out something. Hold on. But no, like to me, um, I dag Alec Baldwin is officially charged. Damn. And for those who wanted to know, Dexter, the reboot on that got canceled. I think the biggest news that came out today about the renewals is about King of the Hills coming back. Uh, and I'm like, yes, please, let's go, let's do this. Just saying, King of the Hill was King of the Hill. Say what you want about King of the Hill, but King of the Hill was really good. I'm trying to find out something because I heard because if this is the case, then get ready for a daytime bombshell to be happening soon. Now I got the song of Matlock. They should do it in the heat of the night. In the heat. I can't even sing that. I'm not going to get in trouble. Let me see something. The producer. Okay. So this is what happened. I was looking just now because on the Disney Channel, on Disney Plus, the one show, the mysterious something and everything, and I wanted to make sure that if that wasn't the Charles Pratt show, because Charles Pratt has a show on Disney Plus. It's a mystery. It's sort of like a soap opera, and I was going to say if that show got canceled, GH and Young probably would be Steve Kent would be like this. Hey, Charles Pratt, you want to come back over? You want to come back over? I think the reboot got saved for that one because that's Peacock, right? That's Peacock, right? Okay. Because today was the like Fox and all that jazz. Let's see something. What shows got renewed? Y'all know about The Simpsons, right? Look, The Simpsons wants to constantly tell me, Candice, you was there from the start when we was on the Tracy Ullman show. You're gonna still be there with us. You're gonna be we're gonna be long. I think they passed the Flintstones. Let's see. I know I'm going to be in the minority when I say this, but I'm kind of hoping. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, truth be told. Okay. Morning show. Okay. Survivors in season 44. Let y'all think about that for a second. What if? Okay, Loki. Yes, we know about that. amongst yourselves while I do this real quick. Here's what I got one for y'all while I'm doing this. Who do you guys think should host the daytime Emmys this year? Keep in mind it's the 50th anniversary. Who do you guys think should host it? Right? 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 Let me see. Okay. Y'all know about Paramount and Showtime merging. It's going to be fun. Acapulco with Jessica Collins got renewed on Apple TV. Yay. Erica Slade's Wilson. Erica Slade's second, Eric Braeden. Okay. Says it's going to be on CBS, Cheryl Underwood. Okay. Well, y'all know where I stand at with this. I think because it's the 50th, you should first and foremost do like you did in 2000 and what was it? 2003, 2004. No, 2003. You have the 3 people from each network coming out. I'm going to be honest, for the Lifetime Achievement Award, I want Deidre Hall to get it. I just think, I don't, unless you're going to give her be nominated. I don't know. I think for me, you do want to have representation. So I would, like I said, to open the show for the first hour, have it where it is Eric Braeden, Jeannie Francis, and why not Drake Hogeston for the first, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they are going to need somebody to sing the memoriam. Oh God, that's going to be bad. Woo, that's going to be a hard one. I can see Diamond White doing that. Good pick. But like throughout the night, and I said this too, Jeremy, I don't know if you heard me say this. For the 50th, I want the representation of past and present, which means during the night, pair up people that has a certain theme to it. Like, all right, for the younger actors, and here's the thing, I know people, we talked about this. I think this year they need to separate it because there's a lot more younger actresses and younger actors, and I do feel as though they would cancel each other out. But for that category, have Jonathan Jackson there, have Sarah Michelle Gellar, have Tom Pelphrey. If you can't get Jonathan, yes, get Tom Pelphrey, get Jennifer Landon, and get and like I said, Sarah Michelle Gellar, like, because they are 3 people who won that category who did make it big. I mean, do it like that. For supporting actress, if Nancy Lee Grahn is not nominated, have Nancy Lee Grahn and Debbie Morgan present together. You want to try to start something. I mean, yeah, you know what? Have Victoria there. Because here's the thing. You got to remember, during the telecast, the broadcast, they're going to be honoring General Hospital, and they're going to be honoring Young and the Restless. So, I mean, for me, you're going to honor the 50. You're going to honor the history of the show. Yeah, why not? For lead actress, I'm going to be honest with you. You know who they should get. The one, the only. To this day, when I still see this clip, I'm still crying. Susan Lucci. Get Susan, or have it where you have, if you can get her, Susan Flannery, Kim Zimmer, Erica Slazak, Marcy. You get the last 5 to come out like da 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 da, and whoever. And the same thing with the guys. Get Suzanne Rogers. She was the first one for supporting. You're gonna need to mix it up and make it a theme too. You could have tonight we're reuniting such and such from da 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 da, and they both want. Can you imagine the pop if you can get A. Martinez and Marcy Walker? That would be. They'd be like, she won lead actress in 1992, and he won lead actor in 1991. Please, ladies and gentlemen, from Santa Barbara, A. Martinez and Marcy Walker. Y'all know y'all be clapping. Reunite people, I don't know. And you need to do like they did a couple of years ago, where it was the audience viewers choice, what was the greatest moment of the last 50 years on the daytime Emmys? Obviously, we all know number 1 is going to probably be Susan Lucci, but if Susan Lucci does not make it into that category, it would probably be when Maurice Bernard won his first one. Or when Kim Zimmer got her heels stuck in the chandelier. It could even be the kids stuff, when Mr. Rogers gave us that great speech. Fred Rogers, that speech still lives on. Or when I don't know. I'm trying to think what else. But yeah, they should do stuff like that. And for the Lifetime Achievement Award, like I said, either Deidre Hall or oh God, who else? I mean, has Frank wait a minute. Now we know William J. Bell and Lee Phillip Bell got one. We know that Ken Corday's parents got one. Have they honored Frank and Doris, the creators of General Hospital? They should do that and have Bridget Dobson accept it. What do you think about that? Because I'm thinking really, in all honesty, who, because they separated the children and family stuff. Okay. I think Frank and Doris should get it this year. I mean, again, if they can't get Deidre and whatnot, then yeah, the Lifetime Achievement Award, because it started with them. If Frank and Doris didn't think about it, there would be no General Hospital. That would be kind of cute, huh? The Lifetime Achievement Award actually should go to the soap fans, but that's just me. Just saying. Let's see. But you know what I also want? I mean, I know it says Sarah Michelle Gellar and everything, but I also want, for best talk show host, right? If we can get Phil Donahue, Ricky Lake, and Sally Jessy Raphael, I'm good. Mm-hmm. Trying to think. Really trying to think of who else. I want y'all know, I know this ain't gonna happen. I know, but still, like I said, if you're going to do the 50th, you need to do it big. You got to be, and to me, I feel as though this needs to be the celebration. This needs to be the moment. You know, I wish it was, I hope it'd be in New York City. That would help me out a lot, but it's not about me. It's not about me. But it would make sense for it to be in New York City, considering that that's where the first daytime Emmys were. Just saying. But we'll see what happens. But you guys, I'm gonna head out. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for the last 2 hours, almost 3 hours. I just wanted to let everybody know that, hey, time may be flying by, but guess what? We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have some fun. So I will talk to you guys later. You guys have a great night. Be safe, and I love you guys. Bye. Now I don't want to edit. See what I'm saying?